Okay, welcome to episode 2. Now, this is going to be biohacking. Please go back and listen to the disclaimer multiple times because this is not medical advice. This is stuff that I've found and in ways it works. So, yeah, let's get started. The definition by the Merriam-Webster dictionary is changing the environment around you, and you can have creative control over your body, which is very interesting. I think, in the small sense, very, very, very interesting. Very loose definition too, which is insane. All right. For about 4 months, I've been trying this out. Actually, no, for a lot longer than that, but so since the beginning of the year, I would say. I don't eat breakfast as much anymore. I've actually started eating nothing for breakfast. So okay, I've had so these are the things that I've done and my reasoning for it. So this is my reasoning for it mainly. So I started so this whole idea of biohacking started me when I realized I was actually getting a little bit fatter and I was putting on weight instead of taking it off. But at the same time, I realized that humans could cope with far less of what we have now in the more traditional senses. And what really kicked me into action was my mom's heart attack, and she has diabetes as well. So, like, I've seen her have diabetic lows, diabetic highs, and I've also seen her have and I didn't want that for me. I didn't want that particular part of me to be showed. Now, as a result of so-called biohacking that I've done on my body and the experiments I've done to see what actually worked for me was interesting. What I learned about myself, I was able to do, and what I'm able to do is amazing. My mind is a lot more clear, my thoughts are a lot more organized, even my asthma is controlled at a point. And in a small way, not as much as I would have. Is much more. There's much more order in my life of what I did, and now what I went through. But this doesn't mean that it was all smooth sailing. I went through a patch in my life where my depression and anxiety really hit me. My health wasn't the best thing at the beginning, changing so much on the nutritional level, on the habitat level, and on the environment and practice level. You're going to be going through a lot. You and if you, like me, get a massive cold or flu, your body will feel like it's shutting down. But you've got COVID, even. which is insane to say, but it feels like that. It feels like crap. You're going to go through a lot. You're going to not know what's going on in your life. So as a result, one of the biggest things I did was I went cold turkey on zero sugar. I did it the wrong way the first time around. Now I'm doing it the right way around, but the first time I actually developed low blood sugar syndrome. And now I have to learn to control it, which is insane. So now to the fun stuff. This is the stuff that I tried, and I'm doing now more often. Everyone has a preconceived notion of what biohacking is and looks like. You're someone who, with tubes running in and out of them as doctors running tests, taking notes. But that's more of the professional end of it. What I'm going to talk about is the non-expensive stuff of it that I kind of went through and that I've put into place myself. Cold showers after a warm shower. Now the magic happens on the third day when you finish, and you don't even know that's happened. The mitochondrial membrane, if you know what that is telling you to turn on and make energy really quickly, and it's going to benefit you all day long. Cold showers at least 3 days in a row. You can skip a day after that if you really want to. Another one is blue light blocking. This is going to help you at the end of the day and calm yourself down. Control the amount of energy that you're using. And so how you're going to do it is change all of the white glow bulbs in your house to warm or neutral, or even a warm neutral. You're not even going to try it. You're going to try that and it's going to work well. Obviously skip breakfast. This gives your body some time to wake up. Same with your gut health. And your gut membrane and all this stuff is going to slowly enhance itself. And yeah, intermittent fasting is actually a pretty good one. Another really interesting one is raise the height of your bed about 6 inches. Yeah, at first it's going to feel a bit weird for the first time, but what's happening at night is what your brain, they actually lose their water and they get rid of the toxic proteins that have built up. To other parts of the body that can use it more often, these toxic areas. The other one is you're gonna go into the bathroom and turn off. Oh shit, this one really fucked me over. I'm sorry. This one really screwed me over and I've got a story about it. So when I first did it, I turned off all the lights in my room. And from like my bedroom to the bathroom, which isn't that far. And I tried to get into the bathtub and it's raised about 35 centimeters off the ground. I tripped into it. I smashed my head against the wall. That's actually my favorite thing to say to people. Be really careful when you're doing this one. So, turn off all the lights and do everything like you're brushing your teeth, having a shower. The darkness, again, it helps you with that whole waking up your brain slowly and achieving these things slowly, and it makes it easier. But be really careful when you do it. Do it in like a low light measure area. It's gonna be weird, but yeah, it's going to be a lot safer than when I did it. Another one is an incredibly powerful one and doesn't actually cost or anything. It doesn't cost anything. It doesn't involve anything really too seriously, and it is practicing gratitude. Humans love being gratified for small little things, and it's really weird. And if you do this when you're just about to go to bed, you're really stressful, and you're like, okay, what are 3 things that I'm grateful for? As a result, you're going to be kind of rewriting your nervous system in a good way to de-stress and calm down a lot quicker. So, what am I asking? So, what am I ask for these good things? Handy tricks that are natural changes of biohacking, and yeah, they can be a little dangerous if you're doing it the wrong way, but if you do it the right way and with medical instruments and stuff like that, it's going to be a lot easier in the long run and a lot safer. So, on the other side, people, go, it's dangerous. Basically, people will see the ability of running experiments on sometimes unsanitary, on equipment, that environments that you can't control. And yeah, you can control what's going on in your life and what you're eating and what you're consuming and other stuff, but it's a very unsafe and unsanitary way to do this without doctors, and as a result, there are people out there that have had problems. Some people have actually paid with their lives. But what I'm saying is, do little things that aren't going to hurt you, that may help you even. And as I've given these ideas, that I've told you guys about, are really, really interesting. And I'll also do your own research, which is my biggest thing that I will tell everyone, is do your own research. I'm no means a professor or a professional or a doctor in any of this, but do your own fucking research, because it really does help when you do your own research on this subject. You'll find more information than I have done. You'll find more people have done it better than I have. But yeah, and also go speak to your doctor, which is the biggest one. Yeah. So hopefully for the first episode of podcast 1, it didn't go too badly. I hope that in editing I don't have to cut anything out. I don't want to cut anything out. I hope these things will be a lot longer in the future. But I'm alone in my house, and I am absolutely nervous, which is really funny. So yeah, I hope you got all that information. I hope it's really safe information that I've given you in the sense of medical purposes. But yeah, no, definitely go and talk to a doctor or a medical professional, or at least do your own research, as I was saying before. So yeah, good night.